Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the channel. And the tank and plane we're going to be taking out is the Sherman Vc Scorpion and the Typhoon Mark 1B. And the reason why I wanted to take out the 1C Firefly is because I did some digging, and it was to my understanding that the Canadians kind of sort of made a not really a concept, but they made it a hybrid Sherman known as the Sherman 1C Hybrid. I do believe that was the designation of it. Pretty much what it is, it has a mixture of two different Shermans for the hull and mounting the Sherman Firefly's turret on top of it, pretty much making it a hybrid Sherman. The hull of it is the Sherman 2's hull, and I do believe the back end is the M4A1's back end. So just for a quick comparison here, not the RAM, but the M4A1. I do believe the M4A1 and the Sherman 2 are practically the same vehicles. I could have the designation wrong for the back end, but I do know that the front end was a M4A1's front half. So with the Sherman 1C Scorpion, it is it's a 1C tank, and the C is a designation of the 17-pounder. So yeah, there's a little food for thought. Another reason why I want to take out the 1C Firefly Scorpion, there we go, is because it's slightly different compared to its non-premium counterpart, just the Sherman 5C. It has a better top speed, a weaker engine, and a slightly better turret traverse. If we look at my Sherman, it has 17.8 degrees a second turret traverse, it weighs about 35.3 tons, and it has a whopping 425 horsepower engine, and it goes a nice respectable 35 kilometers an hour. Look at the Sherman 1C, it has a 19 degrees a second turret traverse, and it weighs about 31 tons, and with a weaker engine at 400 horsepower, but it also gets up to a 38 kilometers an hour because of its power to weight ratio being in the positive rather than being in the negative, where the Sherman Firefly 5C is at. So that is the pretty much stat difference between the 1C and the 5C Sherman Fireflies that we have in game. So with that being all said, let's get into the gameplay. So we managed to get into a game on the American Desert map, and me being the massive pleb and noob I am, I forgot to actually record this as I was playing this match live, so you guys all greeted with a replay, so I do apologize. Just like the intro was, we all playing in the Sherman 1C Scorpion Firefly, the Warsaw 1st Armored Division Firefly. And just as the intro indicated, the only real differences between the 1C Sherman Firefly compared to the 5C Sherman Firefly is their mobility and their engine power. Meaning that the 1C can get up to the max speed a lot quicker than the 5C. The way that I mostly play my Sherman Fireflies, because they're pretty much Sherman's tank destroyer hybrids in a sense. You have no armor to really speak of, so if you guys get paired up with Jumbos and the M6A1, the M6 heavy tanks, you want to stick with your heavy armor and you want to support them. Trying to keep them alive as much as possible, and you want to outflank your enemy as much as possible. We were greeted with I think that's a Tiger E, and we managed just to clamp a 17-pounder shell way straight through the front plate of that Tiger with little to no ease. It's because of the 17-pounder can just chew through anything frontally at any range pretty good, besides if there's a Panther and sleeved armor. So back to what I was saying, you want to outflank your enemy as much as possible when it comes to the Sherman Fireflies, and you just want to get onto the flanks and just be that supporting role of a tank. You don't really want to spearhead any frontal assault if all is possible, but if you are thrust into the role, then you guys gotta play very passively and very well, you just gotta plan out your movement, and you gotta have a plan of escape. Well, a route for, like, to just to get out. So now we're on the flank of Alpha, and well, okay. Well, it looks like I was about to shoot that T-34, but I managed to shoot the ISU instead. And I was thinking that the ammunition would be in the back of the turret there, but no sauce. We managed to take out, I think, the commando and the cannon breach. Next shot disables the T-34-85. Beautiful shot there. And then the third shot goes right into the turret, and it disables the Russian tank with ease. So now we just push forwards here, and yeah, quick 3 kills, and well, we managed to spot a Panther, but he J's out before we could do anything. And oh, I think that's a Panzer 3 or a Panzer 4. We're lining up for the shot, and okay, we get shot from a very sneaky T-34-85 D5T, and so we just jump into our Typhoon Mark 1B, carrying the 2 1,000-pound bombs. And yes, I am disabling the allies and the Axis here, but there is an enemy plane that is tailing our P-47 Jug Thunderbolt, so I am wanting to try to give the Thunderbolt as much assistance as I can. I'm getting really good at flying the Typhoon. Yeah, it is sluggish, but I really enjoy it. A little misplay there. I fired a little bit too late. I should have fired a little bit earlier though. I am just now letting him know that, hey, by the way, pal, there's an enemy plane behind you. We briefly lose contact with the enemy, which is never good when you're on, well, in these one-on-one engagements. We notice that he is now, well, above us now. And yeah, the Typhoon Mark 1B is actually a pretty decent plane. Now we are completely on his tail, so he is exactly where we want to be. Again, horrible misplays by me here. I started to shoot while he was way underneath my guns. We managed to hit him there for a bit, and I think this is where he forgets how close the ground is. And any second now, yep, there he goes. We managed to scratch 1 airplane kill, and we managed to find the T-34-85 D5T that gave us so much trouble before, and we drop out pretty much 2,000-pound bombs, and we miss horribly. Looks like I was about to turn back in, but then I managed to spot a enemy plane that just spawned. You guys could consider this ale spawn camping, but he was flying for quite a bit. Disclaimer, we both managed to kill ourselves. I do hope that you guys do enjoy this new style, well, not new style, this replay here and a little bit of a tank chat. So with that being said, this has been the Canadian Prinz. I'll catch you guys next time.